My name's Emily Riddle. I'm nêhiyawêwin from the Alexander First Nation, but I grew up mostly here in Edmonton, and I moved back here about a year ago from the West Coast. I do a bunch of different things. I work for the library here, I'm a writer, and I also do a bunch of policy work through the Yellowhead Institute out of Ryerson University. I think from someone who studies governance, it means that you're able to govern a space yourself, which means you're able to make your own rules about how you're in the space together and work with community versus being subject to all these other organizations or partnerships kind of rules, which sounds it's always good to have partnerships, but to be self-determining around that makes a lot of sense to me. And for people to be able to physically see the space and the syllabics and the show, and that this is an actual physical space instead of an internet entity, which is still awesome, is good. I'm super excited to be able to have events here and big gatherings where you get to, I feel like Indigenous gatherings, you always run into people that you haven't seen in a while, and that our relationships are kind of different, and that you can pick up where you left off lots of times. And I know that lots of people cycle through Edmonton and leave and come back, so being able to make those connections with people and have a space to do that is really awesome. I know that you're working on a library for here too, and some different things as well, being able to have a space for those kinds of workshops and bring folks from out of town too will be really awesome. I think there's a big desire from Indigenous youth in the city too to have spaces to be mentored, so the ability to have a center that can bring in experts, whether it's traditional arts that there's not that many people that practice or that people don't feel they're able to access, hide tanning or that sort of stuff is super important. And yeah, there's just I feel a big hunger from Indigenous youth as someone who's aging out of the youth category to be able to have mentors, whether it's writing or painting or different stuff too. So being able to bring in experts or have residencies for that too, that they can work with community with people that are doing that work or that are interested in, I think is really awesome. I think we're so lucky just to live here and live in a place that was a traditional gathering place of so many different nations, and so I think it's good to take advantage of that and have a gathering place where lots of people can come and talk about art and make art or write or eat or all these things. So I don't know, I think about that a lot too, that this was a gathering place, and lots of people say that, but I think it's important. And also having a nêhiyawêwin name for the space, and in a way forcing people to say it, and also making more visible syllabics or spirit markers, and people asking about that too, and how it fits into our history of creation story, and the whole story around syllabics and those laws too, because I think even something what should seem as somewhat passive as having that name means that you'll have those conversations.